Well, hello there folks, and welcome back to the Whiskey Friend with me, Alan. Here we are again. It's a Friday. Another bourbon. We're back on the bourbon this Friday. I'm going back across the pond. I'm heading over to Washington DC. Joseph Magnus in particular. The Joseph Magnus Company. This is a sample that's been very generously sent to me by Mr. Nick Kenny. Thank you very much for that, Nick. Nick actually sent me the triple cask as well, which was it was finished in Oloroso PX and cognac. I actually smashed into that on a live stream and I thoroughly enjoyed it. But I've just been diving through some of the samples here tonight, and I'm going to tackle this Joseph Magnus. See, it's out of Washington DC. It's sourced MGP out of Indiana. The master blender in this one is none other than Nancy the Nose Fraley, who is trying to recreate the same bourbons that Joseph Magnus himself created back over 100 years ago. So yeah, I hope this is going to be quite interesting, guys. So I had a little nose of it earlier. I've not actually tasted it yet, so I'm going to make this a quick one, folks. The mix in this one, the mash bill in this one is 20% 18-year-old bourbon, 50% 11-year-old bourbon, and 30% light 9-year-old whiskey. So yeah, so let's dive into this one, guys. It's the Murray Hill Club. It's coming in at 103 proof. But yeah, what a really sweet nose. What I remember from the triple cask, it was super sweet as well. This is no exception either. I've had it covered up, guys, for the last hour. Whiskey Friend coin on this one. Had it covered. Wow, but it's so sweet, so fruity. Big floral note on this one. I was going to say it's like a typical bourbon, but it's not. This is much sweeter than a typical bourbon. It's got that really nice floral note. Maybe even almost like a potpourri. There's a really nice oak note in there as well, or some nice woody elements. Maybe, what's the word I'm looking for? Bit of apple, toffee, vanilla. In fact, it's even like maybe a toffee apple. Bit of butterscotch there. There's a kind of sweet note, and I think it's a mix of that apple. In the UK here we have an apple turnover. It's got that kind of pastry element, almost like a Danish pastry. Maybe an apple turnover, something like that. Toffee apple. It's definitely quite appley. There's lots of brown sugar there, guys. The cherries there as usual. Butterscotch, vanilla, all those usual things are there. But this is beautifully integrated, folks. Beautifully put together. It's even a complex nose, and it's not often I say that about a bourbon, but yeah, this is real nice. Wow. Okay, let's see how it tastes. Down the hatch, folks. Okay. Spicy. A little bit of cinnamon. Maybe a little bit peppery. A little bit spicy on the arrival, but it's a soft, velvety arrival. Really nice. On that first sip, it's super sweet. That's the first thing that hits you, is how sweet this whiskey is. There's loads of vanilla, some honey, some sweet corn, butterscotch is there as usual. Wow. Definitely some cinnamon, maybe some ginger. It's candy sweet. It's like sweet shop sweet. It's like you walk into one of those candy shops, maybe. A little bit of chocolate. There's a really nice oaky note there heading towards the finish as well. Real nice. Let's have a second sip of this. Yeah, on that second sip, it's just as sweet. It's a beautiful arrival, a velvety arrival. But it's complex. There's so much going on with this whiskey. The butterscotch, the honey, the toffee, a little bit the apples there now coming into the apples back. Chocolate, milk chocolate, oaky, a little bit bitter. It's not off-putting though, the bitterness. See, it's oaky, it's complex, it's spicy, it's sweet. all the typical guys, the caramels, the brown sugars, all of that's there, the cherry, all those bits and pieces are still kicking around, but this has got a really nice appley bit in the, as you go through the mid palate. Let's see how it is on the finish. It's getting so nice, so easy to drink. Wow. What a nice bourbon. I don't know if I mentioned at the beginning, but it's a blended bourbon. So it's classed as a Murray Hill Club straight bourbon whiskey, but I think it's a blended bourbon. Wow. I think it meets the 51% con to be able to have it as a bourbon, so I think it's classed as a straight bourbon whiskey, which is great. But it's really interesting, really unique, so different from some of the other bourbons I've had before. I loved the triple cask. That was beautiful. I think I have tried the cigar blend, but that was way back 2-3 years ago. Not too sure I remember. I always remember they are pretty sweet. Let's do a bit for the finish. Get going. Thoroughly enjoyed this one. Thank you very much again, Nick. So nice. That leather's gone right into the finish now as well, so that's gone through. It's a long finish. Finish is long. Bit of spice on the finish, bit of milk chocolate. It's a little bitter, a little bit oaky, but it's not too off-putting for me. I've actually quite enjoyed this one. So what would this, am I going to score this one? Yeah, let's have a score of this. I'm going to do this as an 89 out of 100 for the Joseph Magnus Murray Hill Club. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm really getting into these bourbons now. I think this is a nice one. I think everything I've had from Joseph Magnus, I don't know if they've got a massive range, but every sample that's been sent to me, I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and this is no exception. So again, big thanks to Nick. That's pretty much for me, guys. If you've tried any of the Magnus, the Joseph Magnus, have you tried the triple cask, have you tried this Murray Hill Club, have you tried the cigar blend, drop into the comments, guys, let me know. You can always catch us on Twitter, you can catch us on Instagram, you can catch us on Facebook, and again, guys, we're still on Patreon. If you feel like diving over and checking out the Patreon page, please feel free. If you want to catch some coins, I'll drop links to all of it into the description. You can pick up and catch up with me there. But that's pretty much for this one. I'm Alan, I'm the Whiskey Friend, and as always, the pleasure is in the sharing, and I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers now, bye bye.